Barn burner here on a Thursday, a Calgary Flames game day. Get your helmet on, and look, it's
look, everyone. Dean's from home.
That's right.
What's the occasion?
That's
big
right.
Fella.
It's a big deal. Big deal. There's Rhett Warner making an appearance in the city of Calgary in studio.
Planes work.
How about it?
He don't know how they're so heavy. They're made of metal. What?
Big giant metal bats.
It's not balsa wood. How the hell are they flying?
That's another one of those things where you don't want to know any more than you already know. I don't need to know anymore.
Yeah. Just make it happen.
Just get me there, and the conversation's over. Because I think if we really knew how it's, it'll probably be okay. Yeah, it's probably okay.
I like the safety card. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that would be.
Because if I'm heading towards the Earth at 600 kilometers an hour, miles an hour, I don't know.
When you hit some of the
put your head down, you'll be fine.
Duck and roll.
You see the wings and everything just kind of shake, which it's supposed to.
And I'm going to ask a favor of you.
Okay.
And I'm effing serious about this.
Yeah.
I don't want you now getting in your head for the Pinder Report.
No, we're not doing
any BS. Because if you go watch some of those YouTubes of planes landing, no.
It has not found us.
It's
and now that you've said it, people start sending it to me. But
they're just kind of,
loop 360. No.
I don't want to, I do want to tease people. We have things in the Pinder Report we haven't had for a long time. We have a kangaroo finally. It's been months. I always thought they might have been endangered.
Months.
And coincidentally, we also have an Aussie Brad.
We have a real tie to Australia somehow.
Yes.
I don't think there's any other show, radio, television, podcast, maybe even in Australia, that has as much Aussie content as we do.
It's true. We also have some tricks of the trade from the Australians. This one guy doesn't even need toilet paper. He's figured it all out.
I get that at my house some days. You walk in and there's a present for you. Then you're like, it's all alone. How did this happen?
Flying solo, huh?
It's interesting. It's still here. There's nothing else to be seen.
There's a Robin for every Batman, right?
Yes.
What are you doing here? Well, look at you.
So there's Batman, but
first of all,
Robin.
you shouldn't still be here. You should have left.
Yeah. Why didn't
but
you
the fact that you're here alone makes it even more awkward.
There's usually two of you. There's
didn't leave with everybody else. Yeah. Well, there's a tease.
Oh, yeah.
There's a tease, folks. Get ready for the Pinder Report, which
is you were moaning about Aussie Brad, and we're worried about him. We got him, okay? He's alive.
Is that what I was doing?
You were.
Yes.
That's good. You're a good friend.
You're a warrior.
Yeah. I was worried about him.
Well, worry no more. Start sleeping again.
All right. Kings, eh?
Oh, the game tonight. Yeah, you're still talking about that.
Oh,
I thought you mentioned it is happening, and we're good now.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's your opening statement, Dean?
No, I have it tomorrow.
Opening statements for McLeod Law.
Yeah.
Kings, eh?
Yeah. But really, I think most of this fan base is like, okay, like we kind of have an idea what most of these cats are. We get another look at Zary down the middle. You get more free looks at these defensemen that may or may not be NHL defensemen. And what are the draft numbers after this? There's 5 to go.
Big win by Arizona last night, too.
Oh, God, are they coming on, Han?
Good stuff.
They're excited to get Salt Lake, obviously. Those guys are playing possessed.
Have they been to Salt Lake?
I don't know. I can't.
Have you?
No, that's the thing I'm wondering. If they're excited, I just wonder, are they
NHL rink-ish.
More so than the Mullet.
Yeah.
I mean,
an owner that pays his bills.
Most rinks are. Yeah.
Per diem's going to be there on time, things like that.
Now, do they have seasons there? Do you know what I mean? Like there's
they have 4 seasons.
Yeah, they get the 4 seasons, so that's nice.
Mountains.
Can you buy booze there?
You can. I think it's more of a rigmarole than we're used to elsewhere on Earth, though.
It's like the 80s in Saskatchewan. You really had to go through loopholes to try.
Yeah. Tricky.
The rum runners in Utah, how does that work?
That's the thing, right? Is if they're excited, maybe just take a beat and do a little Googling and
I
find
would,
out what's going on in Utah's.
I'd talk to my agent and say, do you know any hoopers or dimers? Because someone's got to play for the Jazz. I need to know what the hell goes on for people that do like a beverage.
Do you think it would be the Utah Gazette? Well, like, what are we talking about for the paper in Utah? What
The Free Press,
Tribune, Crier.
It is interesting, right? And then there's the whole. Is that where you have a bunch of wives if you want them?
No, that's not legal, but people still do it in smaller little towns.
You just don't talk about it, Dean. You just
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I've found that one wife
Actually,
isn't
I'm not
enough.
at all.
I'm looking to add more.
I was going to say that's been my impression across the board here.
Or upsize?
Is that the trifecta here really could use some more of that in our lives?
Yeah, we need more wives for sure.
Need more wives. Yeah, I honestly don't know a whole lot about Utah.
It's supposed to be a really cool place.
Growing,
think there's lots
young.
of. I've heard there's lots of trouble
Really?
as far as like any big city, I guess.
Jaywalking and such.
No, a lot of drugs.
Oh,
Yeah,
See, that doesn't fit
heavy
the-
drug use.
Didn't see that on the tourism
Yeah.
pamphlet. That's weird.
well, if you can't drink,
That's right.
if they're going to make it hard to find a sixer, then
It's very shanky. A lot of shank.
Did people getting shanked out there?
Are they getting shanky?
Yeah, it's the Tribune. the Salt Lake
Fellas.
Tribune.
Look at
Fellas.
this. The Salt Lake Tribune.
What's the
Ryan
local
Smith's
news?
NHL dream. The puck stops in Salt Lake City. You know who liked it? Malone.
Which Malone?
Bugsy?
The jammer.
The hooper and the dimer.
dimer.
Yeah, Carl.
Moses.
Yeah, the mailman would have loved it.
And the little white guy,
Yeah, what was his name?
John
Dean?
Stockton.
John Stockton. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What was his nickname?
the little white guy.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. I just wasn't listening. My bad again.
There was an Olympics there. Remember, Jerome
good one.
bought a hotel room for those guys.
2002. I was teary-eyed on the couch when Eddie Jovanovski won
Oh
gold.
my God, it was good. And Mario with the fake shot in front to let it slide through to the back door. One of the
Yeah.
most deft plays in the history of hockey. Love that.
If you believe it,
oh hell
if
yeah!
you
It's
believe
Mario's not
that's-
missing that.
if you
What are
believe it was
talking
on purpose. Anyway,
Also in the news, the best ashwagandha gummies of 2024. So
about? What is that?
I don't know. I'm going to do some
ashwagandha?
research and order some.
That's
I'm a fun
Aaron-
guy. That sounds
Yeah.
interesting. I don't know.
that's some Aaron
THC,
Rodgers stuff.
CBD. Oh,
The
there's a
ashwagandha.
lot.
That's you're into the
Ashwagandha is an evergreen berry-producing shrub and adaptogenic herb.
Adaptogenic.
Yeah.
Adaptogens are all known for helping us to better adapt to life factors like stress, anxiety, and fatigue. Holy shit, Dean.
Need it.
Let's get our hands on some of this.
I got some other big news out of Utah. Wild horse roundups after hitting population targets must stop, the judge rules. So wild horses is a big, maybe that's the Salt Lake Wild Horses, the Utah Wild Horses. Like
Wild
maybe.
horses,
Stallions?
drag
Mustangs?
me
Where
away.
did the CFL go there in their goofy little US thing? There was
no.
Birmingham Barracudas and the
Yeah.
Vegas and
Vegas Posse.
where else did they go?
Um,
Baltimore, right?
yeah.
Baltimore.
Boy, I
Because
used to
then
know
they
this.
did the-
Sacramento Gold Miners.
Yes.
David
Yeah,
Archer. Yeah. Las Vegas Posse. Memphis Mad Dogs, I want to say.
Right. Once a mad dog, always a mad dog, Damon Allen.
Birmingham
yeah.
Barracudas.
So what the hell have we so Utah didn't have that on the bingo card 5-10 years ago.
No, I think the biggest splash was
a billionaire.
yeah, I think
Living
we'd
there.
heard whispers of it. And then 2 minutes after the 2018 Canadian junior hockey team were brought in and charged, we heard they were going to be charged. Then the NHL said, oh, look over here.
Well, yes,
This is Salt Lake City expressing interest in an expansion team. 2 minutes after the 2018 team news dropped. That's when we really got them on the front radar.
So did they have is there a baseball team?
I would
The
believe
Salt
they
Lake-
have a AAA team. I don't know what they're called.
Okay.
Quick notes to all out of towners.
Yeah.
Yes, we have beer, liquor, and bars in Salt Lake City. We are not a dry city or state.
Suck on that one.
There you
Some
go.
cold ones.
What does it say about wives?
Why are you so curious about other? Stay out of people's
I just
bedrooms,
listen.
Dean.
Isn't that it was that HBO show Big Love or whatever? It's what do they call that?
Isn't that fat people?
Is it polygamy? What is Google
Yeah,
that?
polygamy.
I believe it is polygamy. You
Yeah.
sick bastard. Are you
Yeah.
into that? Or what do you? Well,
Well,
you
I
just
just-
said. I guess I'm not
I don't
calling
know.
anybody sick. So do your own thing.
Do your own gammy, whether it's
It all
poly
started-
I'll
or
tell you what. These
mono
drinks
or
I'm
whatever.
looking at look good. Pinder, tell me that you wouldn't drink that.
Actually, that's incorrect. I drink both of those.
Right? They're
Those
on
look
fire for
delicious.
sakes. These are amazing.
All I know is this conversation started talking about the Arizona Coyotes, how inspired they were, and how excited they must have been to get to Salt
Yes.
Lake. We were just saying, okay, well, what are you getting yourself into? If you're moving to Salt Lake, what are you getting? So apparently, you can get some booze and some ashwagandha and some wives.
Yes.
if you're attractive and wealthy.
If that's what you're
Which
into.
I got. I think these hockey players are going to be okay.
How big is city? What are we talking?
How big is Salt Lake?
I'm gonna
How
cook if we're
big
going to like
is
to compare.
Salt?
You want to do a little measure off here?
City.
What do you got for people there?
What are we measuring?
Population.
Oh, population.
Jeez,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
Zip that back up.
I'm feeling confident
Could
today.
you recoil that, please?
I'm very.
That's Salt Lake City. Yeah,
That's
a different-
1.2 the 2020 census. 1.257,936.
Yeah, so that's Calgary, very Calgary-esque. If you
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
greater, that's quite similar. You got mountains nearby, that's similar.
Right now, a
multiple wives, that's
corridor
similar.
of contiguous, yeah, urban and suburban development structural segment of the Wasatch Front, comprising a population of 2.7. So I think they're saying Salt Lake City itself.
Combined
proper.
statistical area. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that would
yeah.
be like if we roped in Airdrie and Okotoks and
F
such.
Airdrie,
Which we
little
don't do.
Square
No,
town
we
pieces.
don't. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Not leaving my my driveway up 4 inches for you in Airdrie. Stay out of there.
Man, it's time to go to the Insider Hotline, a presentation of TELUS, where you can enter to win one of 6 monthly prizes, including tickets to Calgary hockey games, awesome tech like AirPods, Apple Watches, and more. No purchase necessary. All you have to do is fill out a quick survey to enter. For your chance to do so, go online, telus.com/Flames contest. Now, the viewers and the listeners, very upset yesterday with our next guest because he
Oh, I know.
I'm
no
upset with
showed.
him right now because
nerve.
again he just jumps in and disrupts the show.
Trying to
got-
learn about
talking
Salt
about-
Lake.
trying to buy place in Salt Lake City. Or
You don't want to live there. I played there. I played
Grizzlies?
for the
Why?
Salt Lake
I don't
City
wanna
Golden
live-
Eagles.
the Golden Eagles.
Once it's Golden Eagle.
Fly
In
high.
1990. Look up the jersey. Google Jamie McLennan Salt Lake City Golden
Well,
Eagles.
does it have to be
Look up
you?
the jersey.
All right.
It's always about Jamie.
Now, weren't you on the last ever Golden Eagle squad? Is that how that worked?
I think the first and the last.
Yeah.
They became the Salt Lake City Grizzlies, like the Utah
Yes,
Grizzlies.
Utah Grizzlies.
They became the Grizzlies,
Oh, look
which
at
I
those
played
jerseys.
for as well.
These are old. This is wow. This is like Oakland Athletics, Kelly
Look at how
green,
awful
yellow.
those
I'm-
jerseys are.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, I like the color scheme here, Noodles.
So, I mean, you can clear it up then. How many wives did you have when you lived there?
Right.
I'm not getting into the polygamy. I heard you guys before. I'm not going to take a dump on the city and the religious undertones of it because of the, what is it called? The Latter-day Saints, LDS.
The Mormons.
Mormon Latter-day Saints. That city is predominantly, that religion.
And you also played in Lethbridge, which
I played
again
in Lethbridge, which
is a big Mormon hub.
I went to the LCI high school, and the girls in LCI high school, their dream was to go to Brigham Young in Salt Lake City, BYU, and to go down there. So people talk about it. I said this yesterday on my show too. It's like the bars close at 1 o'clock there, and it is like it's pretty one hard. Now, keep in mind,
It's a little early for me.
keep in mind, I was there in '93. I'm sure life has changed.
Yeah.
But you had to buy a membership to the bar, which is basically a cover charge.
Yeah.
And then, at that point, the Salt Lake City Golden Eagles didn't carry a lot of weight. So we were like, hey, we're with the Eagles. Can we stay a little longer? The guy's like, get the hell out of here. We don't know who you are. Now, there was a great bar called the Green Parrot, which was right across from the rink. And we used to hang out there. I do not believe it's there anymore.
Son of
But the Green Parrot was kind of legendary. And back then, I played in the IHL. So that was a friendly league where both teams would be at the bar after the game and just kind of hanging out. And it was very, very there were things I liked about Salt Lake. And then there was other things I was like, this is a circus. So, pick your poison. When I heard that Arizona's going there, like all I can think about is, don't you think this might affect, for example, no trade clauses? Because if you had Arizona as a team that you wanted to go to on your no trade, but can guys go back in and go, I want to put Salt Lake on my no trade clause?
Not a trade, but no movement. I would say you got a leg to stand on.
Here's the other thing too. What if you're in Arizona and you just signed a long-term deal and you just bought a house there? Like, is somebody going to compensate you to sell your house in Arizona and buy one? Like, because the market's down, interest rates are up, all of this type of stuff. This is the business side of hockey.
Get the hell out.
I have a lot of I think you'll find that people have a lot of sympathy for the millionaires and their homes.
And the homes in
The team
Phoenix
looks so
and
stable.
the homes in Phoenix
I'm
that have
not
gone
talking
up.
about fans. I'm talking about players that going, in my contract, I signed with Arizona. I didn't sign with Salt Lake City, and I'm not going there. Or you guys are like, I just bought a house here. I don't know how this is going to work. Like, I know you get forced, but I guess my point is, and you're right, nobody's going to feel sorry for a guy who signed a 7-year deal at $7 million a year. My point is, I think there's a lot to be worked out here before you just go, yeah, we're moving to Salt Lake.
But how did they do it in Winnipeg and Atlanta? Fuck, if you're in Atlanta, you sure as hell weren't excited to go to Winnipeg.
Very different place.
Pardon my language.
You're right, but I guess
I think
was
you'll
Atlanta,
do what
like,
you're
how many
damn.
people went from Atlanta to Winnipeg? How many players?
Probably
You have
20.
to take a look at that too.
I'll bet you there's a lot, but I don't know. So I could be wrong. I'll tell you this. This is the general consensus on all this.
Yeah.
You'll do it because Gary tells you to do it.
Fair enough.
Which
On
is
top of
kind
that-
of how things happen.
Were there Arizona players sitting around the last 5 years watching this Mickey Mouse owner getting punted from the city of Glendale and moving into a 5,000 seat arena and saying, you know what, I'm going to sign long term because I think we're going to be here. Like, I'm sorry, this is on you if you thought that you were signing up for Phoenix long term. This has been like in the cards forever.
But here's the counter of that. I've played against the Phoenix Coyotes in a full building in Scottsdale, in front of 15,500 people in the playoffs when I was with St. Louis in the late 90s. That they built the rink in the wrong spot. Phoenix, Arizona, like hockey can work in Arizona.
Agreed.
It's just you need stable ownership and you need to build the rink in the right spot. That's
So they're 0 for 2. Don't sign long term.
But the bottom line is I think Phoenix or Arizona, whoever you want to call it now, it is still a destination for NHL if they get it right. They haven't gotten it right.
They'll be back and they'll get it right and they'll get different ownership. There's only a couple. I'm just looking quickly here. After this year, Keller's got 4. Schultz
Not a lot of long-term deals is what you're
Schultz
saying?
has 2.
Yeah.
Lawson has 3. Like, honestly, their defense core, no one has a deal next year.
Really?
No one.
Yusuf Alamaki, come on home.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, there's hardly any guys going past that, like, yeah.
You'd have
And
to
I
get
guess,
paid.
beyond that, if you're a free agent, and now this is, I'll throw myself in the ignorant category. I've not been to Salt Lake, and you have. If I'm a free agent July 1 and Arizona, right, is offering, Arizona, it's not great, but who doesn't love Phoenix? It's a great place to live. You're going to have all that.
Yep.
I don't know how it's kind of like Winnipeg or whatever. How jacked are you to go to Salt Lake City? Is
one
it
of
one
the
that you're going to
fastest
have on a
growing
note?
cities in America.
Woo!
Well, there you go.
I understand. Listen, I think Atlanta's going to work again. I really do.
I do too.
Think, when you go, Rhett, you played against Atlanta. That rink that stunk. They had the one side that was all luxury boxes, and it was just a weird feeling. It felt like it was under these train tracks. But yet the Atlanta Knights, the IHL team, used to do 10,000 people in their sleep. Like that infrastructure has grown. There's money there. There's big businesses there. I believe it's in a suburb. They'll get it right in Atlanta. I keep coming back to, you can get it right in Salt Lake City. You've got to figure it out. You can get it right in Phoenix if you figure it out. But it comes back to who's running the business and, how much commitment they have in deep pockets. Sounds like this guy and this Miller guy, or who is it?
Smith.
Ryan Smith.
Yeah.
Nice hair.
Sounds like this Smith guy is like, I've got cash and I'll make this work tomorrow. And you know what? The league puts their hands up and go, yeah, we'll take somebody who's got deep pockets and basically write checks, because
now
the other circus in Arizona is not working.
Now, is that good or bad? Because the history of Gary's choice for ownership is not ideal. Right, you go back to
shitty
some
markets.
Boots,
It's been bad.
there's been a lot of shady bastards that have got into owning NHL teams, right?
The guy,
John Spanos,
the guy who had $5,000 in his checking account.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Blackberry, Jim Balsillie.
They wouldn't get into bed with him.
Balsillie
they
had
out of Arizona a decade and a half ago.
More,
Yeah.
Balsillie was more. I think the owners didn't like the young brashness, but like Michael Andlauer, that's a win.
Yeah,
like he's a hell of a person. Ottawa's going to be fine because Andlauer is committed to making it work in that market. He's going to build the rink in the right area. Like they're going to do a bunch of things. It's just going to take time. But you're right, Rhett. It comes back to you got to choose when you're bringing somebody into the mix of a 32-team league, or now it's 32, but you're going to move the deck chairs around. You better have the right guy and a guy who can fit in with the other owners, play nice in the sandbox.
Because that's been the problem in Scottsdale and Arizona for a lot of their existence, right? Phoenix, whatever the hell you want to call it, is the fact that they haven't had the right guy. And maybe they had the right guy, but then there was that big crash and he got absolutely all of his wealth disappeared.
There was Elman, the real estate developer. That was a real estate player that took him to Glendale.
Gary Moyes.
Moyes was the trucker. He lost his money. The Calgary group came in and did well. They sold.
Calgary was just a financial move. They were smart enough to go, let's buy this. We'll hang on to it for a couple of years.
Yeah, the only guys that did well. And I guess it's going to turn out Morello's going to do really well.
Morello's going to do fine.
Billion, but he's been a nightmare. He still owes the city of Glendale money.
Yeah. The difference is that it's fine for the Calgary group and Morello to make a bunch of dough. That's great, but it hasn't done anything for the franchise.
No. It's further back than it's ever been. Gary's quit on this thing. I mean, we heard him at All-Star break saying, well, the owner told me it's going to work, and so I've got some confidence. You're like, ooh, publicly he's never been that down on it. They're gone, man. It
is. I don't know if you've been there. I was there, last month, I guess. Maybe
we went.
Didn't I do the show with you guys? And it's amateur hour there. Like you're at a college. Like
it was great, but it's not good.
It's great for us to go and have drinks and you're in Tempe and you're sitting at a bar, and it's not great for a player going, hey, I'm in the NHL. But actually there was a college game here last night, and it's like it felt like when I played in the minors for the New York Islanders, we had a team in Troy and Latham, New York, the whatever that was called, upstate New York, and it was at RPI College. And on a Friday night, they'd have the band in there pumping, and they'd fill the building with 7,000 people. The next night, we were a better team. We were better. We were an AHL team. We'd have 1,200 people, and people had no idea who we were. Yeah. And I feel like, Arizona, you get there to fill 5,000 people. A lot of it is fans flying in to go, hey, I'm going to watch the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Calgary Flames. I'm going to watch, the Edmonton Oilers go play in Arizona because they happen to be down here.
Does that answer your question, though, as far as the guys? Maybe they're happy to get out of there instead of amateur hour, right? Like there's going to be some of that. You got to think that this new owner in Salt Lake City is going to come into these guys and go, listen, you're coming to a good spot. We're going to take care of you. You're going to enjoy Salt Lake City. There's all the undertones of stuff, and it's none of our effing business how people live their lives. But it is a fast-growing city and state. And I think if you look around at what the state offers as far as recreational, and I think it's probably not a bad spot.
It feels like an NHL city.
And the other thing is Ryan Smith is already a professional sports owner, right? Yeah. This isn't a guy who's like, hey, I got a bunch of money in the off .com and I want to own a team. It'll be great. Yeah. No, this guy, there's
a track record.
How he got his money but he owns the job. This is not a fly-by-night guy.
When I was there in the 90s, there was a guy named Larry H. Miller, and I believe he owned the Jazz. And so we played out of the Delta. I think it was the Delta Center or whatever it was called, because I would see John Stockton and Karl Malone there. But I don't know if I told you the story that we weren't allowed to interact with them. We were pigeons in the building to the point where their dressing room was 20 feet from ours, but we had to walk all the way. We weren't allowed to walk by them. Like we had to be like, don't mess with them. And some of them are really nice guys that come over and say hi and stuff. But like, we were just a tenant in the building. We happened to play games there. And it was just a very unique situation. And going back then, that Larry H. Miller, the owner, I think he brought us in, but it was like, yeah, it's just a tax write-off or whatever it is. If you have somebody who is in sports, knows the city, runs the city, I think it could be like a good situation. Salt Lake, like just hearing you guys before I came on, I think Pinder, you said it. It is a lot like Calgary. Like aesthetically, there's mountains in the background. It's spread out. I laugh because I'll tell you guys a funny story. When I got sent to the minors there, and I had an apartment in New York. I was playing for the Islanders, and I go down there, and they're like, we'll get a place because you're going to be down here for a couple months. And, you're not making a lot of money in the minors. So I went to where can you buy like secondhand food or no, not food, secondhand clothing. And, I can't remember what it's called. But I went and bought like furniture and stuff from
a thrift
for
shop.
like $200. And I basically furnished my apartment. And I had a mattress on the floor, and I lived on an area called Redwood Road. And I didn't realize looking back, it was like in it was a pretty rough area. And I'd come home after a game at like midnight, and it was like gritty. And I lived on a middle floor, the second floor, and I had somebody below me and somebody above me. And the guy below me used to have an electric guitar, and he'd just fire it up like 2:00 in the morning. He'd just be hammering away. And the guy above me, so this is how loud it would be. It would go through my apartment to the guy above me, and the guy above me came down and snapped, and they had a fist fight in the parking lot. And I was watching. I'm 22 years old or 21, watching these two fight in the parking lot. It was crazy. Like I think of my Salt Lake time, and it's. I laugh because there's a couple funny things that happened, but thinking back on it, it is a lot like Calgary as far as nice people spread out. Aesthetically, it's beautiful, and if they have the money, you'll make it work. But
they do.
It's not Arizona. The temperature is different. The layout will be a lot different, but maybe it'll work for guys.
Some crazy names. I'm looking back at just guys that have played. Stu Grimson.
Theo. Theo started there and joined the Flames in '89.
Paul Cruz.
Paul Cruz.
Flames had their farm team there for a while.
If you look at the team I was on, there was some shady characters on that. Ziggy Palfy was, I think, on that team with me.
Wow.
And, Derek Armstrong. But there was our coach was a guy named Dave Farish, and he wasn't a very good coach. We weren't a very good team either, but it was just a bit of a gong show, that whole situation. So, not much you can do. You look back on it, and it was an experience. But living in Salt Lake, I've on and off. I lived there, I'd say 4 months, maybe a little longer.
Charlie Simmer. We got to call Simmer.
Wow.
Get him on. Go Charlie.
It's a very NHL market. They went to Columbus. There was no sports teams there. They went to Nashville. There was no pro sports teams there. They went to St. Paul, not Minneapolis. There's no pro sports teams there. They were one of the first to get into Anaheim after the baseball. Like, they don't like being in super crowded spots unless they're huge markets. It's only the Jazz, and they've sold out 1 billion games in a row. They can do very well here. They're going to have the Winter Olympics in 2034, but people are saying it's a slam dunk done already. That's going to bring them a new rank. The owner also has the Jazz. This is going to be a very good NHL franchise.
Is there no concern, though? Because it's not a big market.
It's way bigger than Nashville.
But so I was looking, your guys' numbers, like I was looking Salt Lake City population yesterday, and it said like 221,000 people.
No,
but you're talking surrounding area. You're saying north of 1 million?
Oh, I think 2.
1.3, where they were saying was the Salt Lake, and then surrounding area 2+. Like this
so
is
that's heading up to Provo and stuff like that, correct?
I don't know how far out.
Let's go look at it. But yeah,
We don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Well, we're just reading on Wikipedia.
I like, it's funny. It's bringing back memories of like me playing in Salt Lake. Like I thought I'd never think of Salt Lake ever again, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we're going to have an NHL team."
You didn't have the internet to confuse you.
I guess what I'm saying, and I guess it's just the devil's advocate. It's not as though you're in a mega market. It's conceivable to think that, let's call it 2 million. Let's call it 1.5 million. That's not big business. And I mean, Nashville's doing okay, but they're not thriving.
How's Winnipeg?
Winnipeg is having issues.
Yeah.
No, but it's bigger than Buffalo.
American dollars, bigger businesses.
Affluent city. They're going to do fine, honestly. Hockey is a niche sport in most American cities. This is a spot where they can go and be number 2. There isn't a city in the U.S. where hockey's the number 1 sport. There isn't. I'm sorry. In Canada, it's everyone's number one sport. You can go be number 2 in Salt Lake, or you can go be number 5 or 6 in Houston behind at college athletics. Like, I think this is very NHL. It makes sense.
It does. Who else is taking the team anyway?
Pinder, you're winning me over, because honestly, coming on to the call, I was like, how the hell is this going to work in Salt Lake? I've been there and played in front of 1,100 people.
Yeah, but Jamie, Pinder doesn't know.
He doesn't lose.
Pinder has a master's degree in arguing and debate, and he will beat you around. He will verbally beat you down until you just give up.
I'm not giving up. He's making compelling arguments as to where, there's money there. There's a guy who has experience owning the team. You're right. You're going to be higher on the depth chart in the city as far as popularity, which will help. It'll be a new thing, so they're going to sell out right away because hey, we're going to fill the building for this NHL team coming.
The building is not ideal, mind you.
It'll be a new one in no time.
It's similar to Brooklyn, Barclays. I guess, right? Barclays said when they're playing half of the rink, you don't see the end of the ice surface, that sort of thing.
Shoot, there might only be 11,000 seats that see the net, not 5.
Yeah, the big one, the big new arena is coming, and they know that that's happening. It's not just a pipe dream. So
thinking back on it, like looking at it, it's probably a very viable option. Like, put it this way, you could probably say you want to play in front of 17 to 20,000 people, depending on what that's going to fit for next year, or do you want to play in 5,000? And, no pathway to a future there, and an owner that has bounced checks and has been, have creditors chasing him. And, and the other thing, you hear stories, again, I don't want to speak out of turn, but you hear stories, and I know a lot of people, outside and within that organization, going, yeah, the owner's son is all over. And there's just some weird stuff going on. I feel bad for Bill Armstrong. I think he's tried to put together a pretty good program there.
Done a good job.
Almost like his hands have been tied.
Well, they've got $1 billion picks still. That's a good young team that I think you'd rather have that than expansion at this point. Like, they're coming into their own here.
Yeah.
A young, talented team.
Well, it'd be interesting to see, but coming back to where I first was guns blazing going, this might be a nightmare. You got me thinking a little bit more about it, going, let's just look at the business side of this. This might be a viable option, but I still come back to it as not every player is going to put their hand up and go, I want to move to Salt Lake.
No,
because it is a niche. It reminds me a lot of like Aspen and, stuff like that. There is skiing, but it's, the temperature is a little bit, it's a lot like Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
You get winters, you get Chinooks, you get some weird things happening there, but it's not Arizona. And
yeah, there's 10 teams that don't get winter. Like, let's not pretend that this league is based in Mexico. There's winter most of this league, right?
But it won't. I do think that it's a smaller city. It won't be a destination for free agents necessarily.
Why do they all have to be?
I'm just saying.
Carolina's doing fine. That's a small market. You just have to. It's going to be
overpay. You have to overpay. That's what you
just have to win. Fuck. That's all it is.
But I used to say, like, to me, Edmonton, before McJesus was there, Winnipeg, Ottawa, anybody, I don't know, would Carolina be, but I don't know. Those, I always feel like you have either that small market tax you got to put onto it. I would say whatever you're signing a free agent, throw another $1 million on it to move to these cities. Just
Carolina's,
Carolina, I don't know if that's a place, because Carolina's got nice climate. It's got golfing and stuff like that. But for sure, the other 3, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Ottawa, you're paying the destination tax potentially.
For Pinder, you say just win. I mean, you could have said that to Arizona for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, just win.
Well, if they had,
I think they've done a good job GMing for about 5 years, but prior to that, they hadn't. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy to win, but I mean, everyone just puts so much stock into like weather and shit. It's like, are you a good team? That's number one when you break it down.
Well, and if the objective is to find all the shitty things, we can do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Or you got an owner that's going to go, no, we're going to make this good. Like it's 2.7. The 2.7 million, the population with the surrounding and the Provo, what you said.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. The other thing too, guys, is I act like when I was a free agent, I had 25 teams looking. If you're a free agent and you're not named Sam Reinhart, you know what I mean? Guys like that. If you've got an offer on the table and the Salt Lake team goes, I'll give you an extra year, I'll add in a couple hundred, whatever, you're going. That's it.
Yeah,
Like,
you're going to be top 4 instead of 6. Like this.
yeah. Like you like that's the reality of the business of this game too. Is you look at it and go, hey, we can make this work, and you get there. And I played in St. Louis. St. Louis isn't it for everybody until you live there, and you're like, man, this is a sports city. This is it. Rhett, you played in Buffalo. Buffalo is, not a lot of people putting their hands up going, hey, I got to be in Buffalo, but you build a good program. And a lot of people, including the guy sitting there, is living in Buffalo or has a place in Buffalo because people stay because they love it.
And that's a good point. How does Buffalo survive? There is it's a smaller center. There is no big business. The owner has money, but is more, sadly, I think, more interested in his ownership of the Bills. The rink is now getting old. The state is not going to buck up for another arena when they just paid to put they're helping out the Bills stadium. Like, the Buffalo Sabres are way worse than Salt Lake City.
I don't have any doubt that there's 5 to 8 markets worse than this one already in the league. Like, when you told me that you were going to put pro hockey in Raleigh, North Carolina, but you're going to have to play in Durham first before you move or whatever it was. Like, you're fucking kidding me? And
you know
people
what?
said it wouldn't work in Vegas. Like, Jesus, guys. Like, the billionaires that make money and know their markets are good at this shit.
Okay, so I always had this huge argument. I've been to Vegas. I think we've all been there, but I've been there 100 times, all different ways, bachelor parties, couples, all that. The minute they said they're going to Vegas, I was like, that is going to be a smashing success. Yeah. Because Vegas knows how to entertain.
Yes.
And people are like, no, they go to Vegas to drink and to gamble. I'm like, yeah, you can still go to a hockey game from 7 to 9:30, and then your night starts in Vegas. Yeah. And then you get to the game and it's a show and there's stuff to do. And like, to me, I knew Vegas from day one was going to be a rock star setting, just based on the owner and based on the city knowing how, and people there knowing how to entertain. This one will be unique, and that's why I come back to what you said, Pinder. If this guy knows how to run a business, a sports business, because he's already involved in it, you're already that far ahead than Arizona's situation.
What if Bill Foley lived in Phoenix, right? A guy with the money and the want to win. I mean, he loves his hockey team. He'll we've seen it. He'll do whatever he has to do for the betterment of his hockey team. What if Phoenix had that guy instead of the cavalcade?
Totally. And it's even, you look at Tampa, just get the right owners in. I mean,
you're right. Like, that's why I keep coming back to Ottawa. Michael Andlauer, like, I'm slightly biased because I've spent some time with him. He's awesome. Like, he's an awesome human being who happens to be extremely wealthy, but knows how to run businesses, but he knows how to treat people. Like, he's a passionate sports fan, but he understands what he needs to do. Like, you get guys like that in ownership situations. And listen, Calgary, there's, Murray Edwards isn't that visible, but, he understands business, and Calgary is what it is. But they're, we haven't talked about the Flames once.
No, we don't want to.
Do you want to dive in?
Do you have any, who wins the lottery this year? Tell us it's us. Everything else, we don't care.
Well, you know what? My concern, because I can't remember who I was talking to yesterday. I'm concerned, like, this Tij Iginla is going to be, where's he trend? Is he going to be a 6 or a 7? Like, is he getting that high?
I haven't seen the top 10 yet cracked, but the playoffs he's having will get factored into the next round of ratings. And it will not surprise me to see on top 10 lists. He tied a Rockets record for goals in a series, and he's 17.
The Rockets have had some success.
Yes.
I was sitting I did the game in Florida on Tuesday night. So there was a bunch of scouts there, and I was just kind of BSing in between periods. And his name came up, and one of them, I can't remember who he scouted for. He's like, oh, he's going to be a top 10 player. So then I kept thinking, okay, where are the Flames going to pick? Where's Ottawa going to pick? Like, I'm like, this is a kid that's going to be really valuable, and he's got the genes, and he's got the upbringing and the class behind him of the family. Would it be great if the Flames got him? But I don't know where the Flames are going to pick. Would it be great?
Well, does the family have any say in it?
Probably not at this point.
No, they don't have any say in it, but there would be, if Iggy wants to influence, it's none of our fucking business, but if Iggy wants to, if he's there and the Flames are considering it, you think Conroy's not going to go, are you cool with this?
I think you want to know about the character of the kid. Is this stage too big? Can
you don't need anything to know about the character of the kid. I can tell you the character of the kid. Yeah. Look at the dad. That's the character of the child.
Look at the dad and the mom. Like, there's the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I've met Tij obviously a lot of since he was a kid, and we went on a cruise a couple years ago together. Like, he's a good kid. The thing is the mom and the dad are salt of the earth, so they didn't all of a sudden produce a child
hooligan kid. Yeah.
Exactly. This kid is, the character and everything that comes with the player, that would be something I would invest in before the talent of the player. Like that. Like when you check off boxes, when you're doing your scouting reports and stuff, you look at, okay, can the player do this? Can the player do that? And then you start to go, okay, what's his family life like? Those are the intangibles. Like, you look at players now, Rhett, you and I have teammates now that their sons are playing in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I played with, Jeff Sanderson's a good friend of mine. Jake Sanderson. You played with Sandy.
Yep.
Mark Gregg. I played junior with Mark Gregg, Ridley, his son. Like, they're all kind of cut from the same. I know Walt from St. Louis. Keith Kachuk. Like,
it's actually.
Guys, what's that?
It's actually amazing, because I think you're going to say the same thing, and I'm sorry for interrupting you. How you talk to scouts and GMs, and they refer to it the pedigree.
Well, it is. You know what it is? These kids are ingrained to play pro even before they get there, because they understand the pro life. They've been around it their whole life. So it doesn't take them a while to settle in, or they're not overwhelmed by the league. They've grown up in it. So it's like, okay, I'm here. I got to, and they also have the fiber of, what their dad did. Like, dad worked hard, the preparation, the commitment. So I talk to scouts and managers all the time. It's like, if it's a choice between a kid whose dad didn't play and a guy whose dad did play, we'll go with the guy who played every time.
Yeah, tiebreaker.
What if the guy streaked the airport in Long Island and did the top shelf event? Is that the kind of character?
Good in the room, Noodles.
If that's the bloodline that potentially you're dipping into.
So what you're saying is, if Rhett, if your son is right on the cusp,
that's right. Yeah.
They go, yes, we know the character of the dad.
Warner. Why does that name ring a bell? His dad played in
When you start to dig into that, it's like, I've seen that guy's dad do this. Like,
how's our legal team? Are we ready for this?
I saw him in a hot dog stand once. Wasn't good.
Yeah, he's coming in for a 1:30 meeting with the scouts. Can't just cancel that meeting.
So Noodles, the real interesting thing is, like, we understand the kid's very, very good at hockey and there's high character. The challenge is, what if he's 8 on your board and number 7's there? But that's really what we're talking about.
I think it's even more than that. And I think my philosophy would take the best player.
Yeah.
They need center and D.
Yeah, he's a winger.
Yeah,
he hasn't played against center.
They need center and D bad.
No, I get that, but I still think you take the best player.
Yep.
You have to.
If you think he might be the best player, you take him. Like, that's the
of course.
If you believe, if say you're taking 8th and you think that he's going to go 6 or 7, like, I'd be looking long and hard if you believe that that's the player that you want to trade up. Like, sure. I really would, based on. And I don't know what type of pressure. Now I've got to think this out. Is this something that the Iginla family would want?
Yes.
Pressure of playing where dad is gone.
I don't,
like,
I don't think he would worry about it, but maybe a random thought, because you brought up Mr. Edwards' name and he knows how to run a business. Would Mr. Edwards squash this, because now they're not selling any jerseys? Everybody's got an Iginla jersey. Like, this is killing us.
Well, it actually might double down, because what they might do is when they spin out to the 3rd and 4th jersey that nobody has, you can do the T. Iginla.
Oh, wow.
Right? Because you make sure. And T's just going to be a different number than dad, because dad's number's in the rafters, right? That's so, right. I think I've always had this vision. I don't know if we were talking about it over beers in the 4 days that we spent together, probably, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
I feel that there was I don't know, mistakes are the wrong word, but there was an opportunity here not that long ago when Tij got traded out of Seattle. Calgary the Hitmen could have traded for him. They could have drafted Joe, the other brother, who ends up in Edmonton. Okay. Jade, the daughter, is unbelievable hockey player.
Yeah.
Like
national women's team.
Like the three of them are all multi-talented, like just amazing athletes. In my mind, I'm being crazy about this, but you might have been able to have the two boys and the dad in the organization. And if Jade wanted to play a game in junior hockey, like you could have had three boys. It's two girls.
Women's team in 5 years anyway, the way that's growing. That's not crazy either.
My point is you could have had the whole Iginla clan under one roof.
Still can.
Well, I understand that, but there's opportunity there. And again, I haven't watched him live, but you talk to scouts, you talk to people like this kid's going to be a special player, and he's a special person, just like his family. He's got to be on the minds of Calgary and a lot of people that are choosing higher than Calgary too.
Yeah, and so if he's top of your list and he's there, it's easy. It's hard when it's not.
Yeah, agreed.
Because there's 5D and there's some centers that are putting up stupid numbers. And he keeps playing well. Like, honestly, if you're watching Tij in the playoffs, this is when games matter more against better competition, and he's doing even better. Like, how do you not keep shuffling him up your board?
Yeah. Well, I just think if it comes down to it and you've got him at, depending on where you pick, and you've got him a pick or two behind somebody else, you probably factor that in and go, like, we know what we have here. Like, it's all around us. If you're Connie knows the family. Connie knows the fabric of the kid. Like, it would be a big decision for Craig, because you're not doing it on emotion. You're doing it on, like, what's the best situation for my organization? Because Connie has to wear his business hat when it comes down to it. But business and emotion might cross over here, because it's, Jerome and Connie are best friends, so it'd be very interesting. The other thing too, I was very happy for Mickey Dupont's son.
Landon.
Yeah, Landon. Like, there's another NHL dad, brought up the right way. Mickey's a great guy. Sounds like his son's going to be a rock star. He's 14 and going to play in the league. 15. He's at 15, I guess. So pretty impressive.
I've seen him, Noodles. He's a special player.
Good.
Clearly.
Good.
Yeah, and it's insane that you'd be so good at his age that they have to change how juniors operated for 50 years and make the second exception in the history of the league. Like, that's
I got to go soon, but I got one funny story about Landon's dad. So Mickey, I don't know if you remember this, Rhett. Mickey gets called up, and Mickey was a hell of a player. Probably wrong time, right?
He won the WHL Defenseman of the Year. Maybe he was just too small. It was
wrong
stupid.
Era.
Wrong era. But Mickey was a rock star player, and he gets called up from St. John's. And I'm sitting on the bench, and Steve Mondador's right beside me. And Mickey goes out, and he's the last guy back, and he's trying to curl and drag a guy, and it gets poked out, and chance against it. He comes to the bench, and Daryl comes down and leans over, and he goes, "If you ever try that again, I'm not even going to put you on a plane to St. John's. You'll be on a bus." And he walks away. And Monty has his jersey over us, and he's dying laughing. And I'm like just sitting there, and Mickey is so rattled. Like, he just but it was like how Daryl has just had a little side comment here or there. He's like, "I won't even put you on a flight to the minors. You'll be on a bus to get the bus back." And it was like, it was a little shot going, "Hey, smarten up here. This isn't, rec hockey. You gotta play like you're in the NHL." But I always laugh about that, because it was like, I remember looking over, and Monty was just dying laughing. Like basically, like, I'm glad it's not me, because I would have tried that move too.
I was just going to say that he went out the next shift and did the same damn thing.
In Monty's mind, he could have done it all. Put it that way. So, oh well.
Well, appreciate you. We could talk to you forever. I know what's Florida. You were in Florida 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I'm in Tampa tonight. I'm calling Ottawa, Tampa. So apologies, I was late. I was actually at the rink to meet with the coach. I had a good chat with John Cooper this morning. I'm a voter. I feel like Kucherov. Like, I don't know what's like. You got McKinnon, Kucherov, Matthews, McDavid. Like, this Hart race is really. It's something to think about. Like, you can't just off the top of your head go that guy, because every time you watch these guys, you're like, I watched McKinnon the other night. This guy was ridiculous. and then you know Kucherov that night 3 assists, and then Matthews scores a 66. You're like, you know, but
now McDavid's out and misses a game, so that could have been 3 or 4 points.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, is McDavid out of it because he missed the game on a night where all 3 of those other guys were rock stars? So
it hurt his art, Ross. I'll tell you that.
It did, and I don't think he wins it just based on Kucherov's pathway. But I try to. The only thing in my mind that keeps sticking is Kucherov's 50 points ahead of the next person on his team, which is Braden Point. And
that's a lot. Yeah.
Talking to people at the rink this morning, they're like, we are not in a playoff spot if it wasn't for that guy. To me, that is the most valuable player to your organization. Mm-hmm. But is it counterproductive that Kucherov is not the most media savvy guy? What he did at the All-Star game, like he might lose votes based on, you know, the whole like, hey,
then that's a media issue.
Anyone that thinks
slap your buddies in the head.
Guess who's voting on it?
I know, but
fans that love, you know, that don't that drag politics into it, to drag other things.
Yeah,
that's idiotic.
I know, but if you're just thinking rationally, but there's people that think emotionally instead of rationally. So that's my point. It's brought up to me an hour ago at the rink. Like, if he doesn't win, there might be a layer that factors in on the popularity vote. So who knows?
Appreciate you, pal.
Thanks, guys. Chat next week.
See you in Salt Lake.
Stuff as always. Jamie McLennan on the Insider Hotline, brought to you by TELUS. Again, win one of 6 monthly prizes, including tickets to Calgary hockey games, awesome tech like AirPods, Apple Watches, and more. No purchase necessary. All you have to do is fill out a quick survey to enter for your chance to win. Go online, TELUS.com/Flames contest. I didn't realize it was that. Like, I knew Kucherov's having an unbelievable year. 139 points. Braden Point, 86. Holy jumping.
Well, I mean, there's not 2 superstars there. That's
but
like 100 titles there, he's not 50 ahead. We know that.
But if Point has 100 points, he's still 40 back.
Some sort of superstar.
He's
playing with him all the time, I would imagine. Like, it's not like
Matthews has had the weakest caliber of opponent. I just saw some tweets about this yesterday in terms of like how quality the people next to you are. McDavid and McKinnon have a leg up with their line mates this season. Then it's Kucherov, and then the weakest is
How do you
Matthews.
Determine that? I know we don't have to beat a dead
I mean,
horse,
just looking at the like typically in Toronto, they'll roll one dud with Matthews and a star. Like it's Nyes or it's Adomi. It's not Rantanen. It's not Draisaitl. It's not Point. Anyway, I'm not telling you how they did it. I'm telling you the people I trust.
And I have a hard time looking at what Nathan McKinnon's doing and saying, but Randy.
I'm not discounting what he's doing. I'm simply talking about the caliber alignment. I think McKinnon should win the Hart. But Kucherov, Point's a very good player. So is Draisaitl, who plays a lot with David. So is Rantanen. So like they're all getting good. It's very, very small differences. But Kucherov's and Matthews
Point has 44 goals. Kucherov has 43. They've both played 77 games. And Kucherov has 50 more points. And I think part of it is the other thing is too. I mean, he's not totally media savvy. It's also Tampa Bay. There's also the way he plays. Remember we were talking to Dave Randorf. Was it Dave? He's the play-by-play guy, right?
Yes.
And just about how sometimes, it's so easy for him sometimes, or he makes it look so easy that he's looking lazy, taking passes off the skate and just little things. That's crazy to me. Well, on one hand, you're hearing in Edmonton about the 100 assists for Connor McDavid and how amazing it is and how all otherworldly. Kucherov has 96 assists.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not apples and oranges. It's kind of the same thing.
It's a tough vote this year. You got 4 really strong cases. I don't know that we've had one like this in a long time.
Wow. No.
Yeah.
And I hate the whole more important to his team. It's like,
how do you determine?
What we're talking about is who's the best player in the league. Let's not get buried in some language that was invented in 1922. Like, come on now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Jerome
Should there
not
be two?
winning in 2001, 2002 is one of the biggest crimes. And the only way he could justify is, oh, his team didn't get in. So, so his GM wasn't as good. So you take the heart away from him. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's bull.
It's what?
It's bullshit.
We don't
Bullshit.
talk that
Bullshit.
show.
Yeah. Please
Bullshit.
be careful. The and we can move on because we have weeks to do this show once the Flames are done playing hockey and before the draft. But the Tij Iginla thing, to your point, Pinder, he's getting better. He is the level of play, the pressure is going up, and he is responding as you would want someone to at any age, let alone draft eligible. And it's a real conversation to have. It's if it were Joe Sakic's kid, right? You would say, okay, that's good. But Joe Sakic, we know that's a quality guy, the bloodline, you automatically, I think in this day and age, you do put more stock into if the kid had a dad who played, right? It's just we're just seeing it. And then here, if you take something away from the player because it's Jerome, I would
fear the opposite.
That would be terrible. You know what I mean? If it's his dad played here and we don't want to put too much pressure on him. And if that comes into the consideration for him, that would be.
So I'm on Elite Prospects right now, and they've collected about 15 sets of rankings. It's Bob McKenzie, it's the Hockey News, it's McKean's, it's FC Hockey, it's Central Scouting, it's ISS, it's Sportsnet, it's Craig Button. Point being, so huge group of lists. All those averaged out, Tij is 14. But again, all those are not up-to-date end of season playoff rankings for Tij, where he continues to be dominant. And people in the comments are being idiots. He does not play center. He's played exclusively on the wing. I was texting amateur scouts about this last week.
It's nice to crush people.
But it's just people are talking incorrectly. He's listed as a forward. He plays wing. He's a left shot. This is not a centerman you're drafting. And that's part of the big discussion that you have to have. A winger that can score 30 is valuable. A center that can score 30 is worth way more. Go look what players get in free agency. Ryan O'Reilly gets paid. If he's a winger, he doesn't. It's just that simple. And so if he's going to be an elite winger that is so dynamic he can score 40 or more, okay. But if it's 30, it's kind of like, well, you can find guys like that more easily. If he's a center and he's putting up these numbers, he's going top 5, no question. The positional scarcity of defense and center play a role in how you approach the draft, and he's not a center.
He had a hat trick in the one game in round 1, and I believe the numbers are up to date now. He's got eight goals and 11 points in 6 playoff games. Is that where he's at? After a 47-goal regular season?
Yeah, he had his 8th goal in the victory that got them past?
Yeah. I'll tell you this.
It's nuts. As a 17-year-old, that team in Kelowna, to your point, has gone to many Memorial Cups, is a factory, and have had deep runs with star players like
great development.
Jamie Benn, on and on the list go. Like there's a 19 or 20-year-old somehow has not scored more goals than Tij Iginla has in a series. That's nuts.
If you don't draft him, don't miss.
You're right. Yeah, you can be okay with it if you don't.
Especially if Tij turns into a player. If you're not going to take him, it's he wasn't on our list at that point. Good on you. Trust your scouting. Just don't miss. Don't miss on it. Service Credit Union.
Don't go off the board and.
This isn't the time for Mark Jankowski.
Maybe this guy playing high school
Quebec,
he's going to really develop.
They're in a good spot because if you go get a top pair D, a center, or a dynamic scoring winger that happens to be the son of a franchise icon, like that's a really good first year of tearing this thing down and building it back up.
If Conroy's any GM, he'll find a way to accomplish both. Get a Iginla and a defenseman or a center. Make some trades. Let's checkers, not chess, or chess and checkers and all of the above.
Others,
whatever it is.
That's right.
Do it right, and
whichever one's better.
Yes,
right. Whichever one we need.
Can't play either.
It is interesting. Like, what assets would you have where you could go get another pick in the top 15? I can only think of one, really. Like, let's say you sent Jacob Markstrom in your Vancouver first rounder somewhere to get inside the top 12.
Who's inside the top 12?
That needs a goalie. I mean,
It's too bad Buffalo didn't.
Buffalo's in there. Ottawa's in there. Maybe you take
Lehkonen has come on. He's playing too well.
like I would say Ottawa and Buffalo, Jersey.
Buffalo's not trading for him though because they got a goalie.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about New Jersey. Like, but they might have a goalie. Is probably the better way. They've had one good year from a young player, right?
And Markstrom's got to agree to go there.
Markstrom might hold this whole thing over for ransom. Like he can go to Connie and say one team, and there's no market for him in terms of a return. That's a very likely outcome here that I think people are just glossing over.
You're playing checkers. I play chess.
But if you could get Markstrom and Vancouver's first out and get another top dozen, like Jesus, now you've got a center and a defenseman, like one of the two, and Tij. Goodness.
All right, we're getting a little carried away.
How dare we hypothesize on exciting young players in a year when we're rebuilding? Back to the Kings. Tell us about Fiala.
That's right, Ryan. I won't have any of this speculative talk. Where's the data? I mean, okay, if that's what you want to talk about.
Yeah, I gave you the data. You didn't like it. You don't believe my line.
Well, I said, why don't you get two in the top 10 next year?
You have one pick next year. You give another to Montreal.
You're getting Vegas's in 2026. Maybe you get two in 2020. You know, doesn't have to be this June.
You know what?
Well, I thought we were talking about
Conroy's a good
Tij plus. That was why you're saying two in the top 10. That's what Rhett's talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to get 2 picks. How do we make
this
it?
year?
Because we want to get Tij.
Why this year?
Because again, look, the whole conversation we just had for 10 minutes.
I don't want to just.
I understand,
because I don't want to overreach for Iginla and have it not be great. And if he's only a 30-goal guy, have that pressure on him. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying let's do both. I don't want to wait for a defenseman. It's just like when I was going to trade Monahan or they wanted to trade Monahan and somebody to where Columbus or something. Like, no, we can't eliminate something and add. We just add. So I'm just adding. I don't want to. No subtracting. Adding.
Yeah, and the only reason I read Markstrom is like it does feel like a summer to make a decision here.
Trade Wolf. I don't give a shit. Keep Markstrom.
Checkers, not chess. Service Credit Union. The Service Big Share is back for the 6th year with your chance to win $1 million just by saving money. Anyone can enter by becoming a member and saving with Service. Every $500 saved gives you 5 entries into the Service Big Share contest. How? A few quick ways. Save in a daily banking account. Fast track your savings with a high yield savings account. Invest in a GIC Service has during this contest period with great interest rates and term lengths. Save in a TFSA or RRSP for those short and long-term goals. Transfer your existing savings to Service for chances to win $1 million. The contest ends April 30th, 2024. Skill test required. For rules, visit service.ca/win. That's what it comes down to. Right? Just transfer your existing savings to Service Credit Union for chances to win $1 million. That's what you do. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for?
$1 million.
What are you waiting for? Oh, Noodles. What a guy. I forgot that he was in that he played that he was
Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I've got hockey history there.
The Green Parrot. Good to know. Have to see if it's still open.
Tough murder went down there. I was Googling while we were talking.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Gun.
America's Most Wanted.
And I was going to, when we were talking, well, Salt Lake City, it's kind of weird. As Jamie was saying about maybe he doesn't have a long list of suitors as a free agent. I don't know that there's a long list for Gary Bettman right now of where are we going to, if we're taking them out of Phoenix, where are we going?
I think for 3 years out, you do. For next year, it's a real short list,
this
right?
is, you have a guy who is a billionaire, owns a professional sports team. There is a thing that it's better than the Mullet Arena. It can house them in the short term where a rink is coming. It's not the worst.
I think it's gonna be great. Look, I think if you gave Gary truth serum, he would have wished that the Houston guy wanted this team, but he doesn't.
That's the thing to me is that here we are again, and somehow Houston isn't in this mix because we just keep
Seattle wasn't in the mix. The Vegas
keep hearing about Houston for years, but every time when Vegas came in, when Seattle came in, we've been hearing about Houston for decades. It feels like, and it might still happen.
I think,
I would have guessed Houston before Salt Lake City, but it's obviously where Ryan Smith is. So That's
Yeah,
what
and
the Billy
if the Houston guy says these teams are worth 500 million, I'm not paying $1 billion. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you're just not getting past square one.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
So what we're led to believe is the owner, Morello, will sell to the league. The league will then sell to Smith with a relocation fee.
Yeah.
Call it what you want. Relocation, expansion, whatever it is. There's a fee.
Expansion.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The
There's going
NHL's
to be
going
a
to get
fee.
theirs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so deciding the price on Morello is the sticky point. Like the one thing the league can't have is this drag in court and get lawyers involved. That's where this gets messy. So they have to allow Morello to make enough money that he's willing to let go of this membership to the most exclusive club, to own a pro sports team. And they probably tie in a bunch of, and if you do get that rink done, hey, we'll let you be the expansion team. But I don't think Morello's got the money for it. I mean, if an expansion team ish thing going to Salt Lake is worth 1.3, like he's lost money while he's there. He's going to make some here. Nobody in the community likes him. Like they probably have to play nice and let him pretend he's going to get a team and really hope he doesn't, because they don't want to go back to Arizona with this cat.
What did you guys see? Because I just glossed past it. The mayor of Scottsdale, his thoughts.
This is wrong. Yeah.
Do not think you're building a rink near my town. Okay.
And interestingly, the Vegas owner said the same thing about the Oakland Athletics, which that's a nightmare too. That's another shitty owner.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna come to Vegas to play baseball. No roof on that. Hey, how's July in Vegas? How's August?
Yeah.
Let's go out. Now I'm good inside.
Again, as a guy with no vested interest, I think it'd be great to have baseball in Vegas
with a roof.
If you had to put some sort of a awning or something in there.
You don't need a roof for football in Buffalo. You don't need a roof for baseball. Wait, they're building the rink.
A little different.
Maybe
a little different. It's time for the Pinder Report, a presentation of Village Honda. You know where they are. They're located in the Northwest Auto Mall. They're your dealership for life. And the Honda Accord. It's one of the best-selling sedans in the world. 2024 Honda Accord, redesigned last year, chosen by Car and Driver magazine as the #1 mid-sized sedan. One of the most reliable vehicles on the road, is better than ever. Superior ride quality, reliability, and impressive fuel economy, all thanks to the EXL Hybrid. Take one for a test drive today at Village Honda, located in the Northwest Auto Mall. And Village Honda brings you
Ryan Pinder,
and the Pinder Report.
Fellas, we start with what matters the most. Not the Kings tonight, the upside down standings. Let's have a look. There's your top 5, and we have major movement. Would you look who is nipping at the heels of the Calgary Flames? It is the Salt Lake Soakers, now just 2 points back. And a huge proverbial 4-pointer coming up Sunday at the Saddle Dome, Dean. That's a big
You'll
one.
be there.
It's a proverbial 4-pointer.
That's look how close they are.
It's right there.
You get 2 points, and the other team would not be able to get 2 points. Unless it goes to overtime, then it's a proverbial 1, 4, 3.
Kissing your sister again, like you did at the Flames game.
It was kiss Cam, didn't kiss her.
Jack,
look at Jack doing his shopping again. My God, look at this.
When you throw that up, zoom right in like you did yesterday. So we don't have to
not on that.
No, to the right.
I'm zooming in.
Okay, let's run the sim tankathon. Let's go, baby. You know who I do know is a center? Mackin Celebrini. Let's fucking go.
Sorry, Tish.
Now we need another top 10 pick. You're right, Rhett.
See?
Yeah.
Can you imagine Celebrini and Iginla putting up points?
Oh, baby. Boom. Can you give me another boom?
I was looking for a celebratory kind of thing. All the things I have are kind of,
God damn it,
on the negative
that's
side.
kind of your vibe, isn't it? Hey, Jack, good work.
Where do they do this? Is it in New York? Do we gotta send
I don't know if it's
there?
Toronto or
And
New York.
Tim
or what.
from the Kiwi.
Yes.
We
need Tim Nackey and Jack over there to run the lottery. Let's go. Okay, Pacific. What are we looking at? This is an interesting game for LA tonight, more than Calgary, Dino. This is very tight. Vegas and LA. Nobody wants to be third, apparently. They've not played great hockey down the stretch here. Vegas shellacked against a McDavid-less Oilers team last night. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. The Kings, they're doing a little bit of a Flames thing right now. They had They won 4, then they lost 3, then they've won 3, and now they lost 3-1 to Anaheim on Tuesday. So
woof.
I don't know.
4 games left for each. I know the games played column is not there, so it's really who wants it.
Yeah,
LA controls their own destiny. I don't know. Would you rather see Dallas or Vancouver or Edmonton? I feel like those are all good teams.
The way it feels right now is that either one of those two, probably more, at least to me, LA. I'm not sure what kind of a first round series they're going to give a team like Edmonton or Colorado, depending if they fall into a wild card or what happens.
I actually think that LA is going to be a tougher out because I think LA is a team that
so good
isn't playing as well as they can, and the excitement of the playoffs start, and they don't rely on high flying offense. They're going anyway.
Yeah. Well,
guess what we'll know down the by May
5th.
Yeah,
we'll
May 5th.
We're gonna know.
Yeah, by Christmas next year, Dean, we will know. I can write
by the 23rd. Just
I'll be clear.
We'll tell you.
As for the Flames, here's the schedule. Let's take a peek. It's almost over, fellas. This mercifully will come to an end a week today. It is Kings tonight, Ducks tomorrow. It's the only back-to-back remaining, and then just one-offs. One at home, one on the road, one at home, go home.
2 losses back-to-back would be huge right now.
Wow.
Huge.
Man, you're down 2-0 in San Jose, and you squander that in the inverse. Goodness.
Imagine if they didn't have those 2 points.
Oof. Jack, can you flash up the inverse? Let's imagine if they didn't
tied with Arizona right now.
God.
Yeah.
We're almost done, Dean. Has it been as miserable as you thought? I don't mean the show. I mean this Flames season.
Show's great. If you were at 73 points, Ottawa and Arizona.
Top 5's in sight. You're 1 point out of
Montreal.
Montreal. That's wild. I know.
It can happen.
They've done a good job. We can't critique them since the deadline. They're like 4-11 or whatever.
LA's going to be ready to play. That's going to be good. Anaheim is a shoe-in victory, but after losing to LA and you're back-to-back, Anaheim, no.
The thing is, though, fellas, give them credit. There hasn't been an overtime loss. I was looking this morning. The last time was in December 14th. They lost in a shootout to Minnesota. Every other loss has been regulation. And there's been some losses.
That's quality.
I was cheering for an overtime loss the other night. You wanted them to win that? I'm confused.
No, he's saying they're not even taking it to
They're not getting single points.
They're not single pointing.
They're losing in the regulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge.
So we'll see. First, final remaining back-to-backs coming up next. LA looks like this, fellas. Let's take a peek. I'm with Rhett. Like, they're not going good. They don't inspire you, but this feels like a playoff team to me because of their depth down the middle. I don't know if I trust their goaltending enough. We'll see. And Kopitar, Deneau, Dubois down the middle, and Byfield's on the wing up top. Kempe can score. Arvidsson and Fiala are guys with great track records. Trevor Moore's having a career year offensively.
I like Pierre-Luc Dubois playoff hockey more than I like Pierre-Luc Dubois in November.
Yeah, I think you get more out of him in a best of 7 than you do on the 13th of January, for example.
And if you don't, it's easier to crush him.
Yes,
it's a win-win. Yeah. D, look, as such, Mikey Anderson back. He missed some time this year. He plays with Drew Downey.
Great number.
Gavrikov and Roy, the second pair. Andreas Englund is flirting with 10 fights this year. And he and Jordan Spencer on the third pair. I don't know. Goalies, Coplay's been hurt most of the year. It's Talbot and Riddick are the 2 puck stoppers. Former Flames, and if there's an Achilles heel in this club, I think it's that more than anything else.
So dumb. What are you doing, Rob Blake?
Markstrom's right there. That's all I'm saying. Right there. Pick up the phone.
I should have went down there, told him the whale joke. Wake him up.
You should have told him the whale joke.
Yeah, he liked that, huh? Was he the one that received the whale joke the most poorly, or was someone else top that list?
Oh, Marty McSorley.
Marty McSorley.
It was Marty. Thank you. I'm trying to remember.
I know Blakey liked it because my buddy was in Vegas and Blakey was by the pool and
he was relaying it.
Hey,
yeah.
About that.
What were the 3 animals for? It was a cow.
Well, they can go 100 animals. You drag it out as long as possible.
Yeah.
Mouse, cow, dog, cat, lion.
Yeah.
Zebra. Yeah.
Goat. Chicken.
Horses.
Crocodile, kangaroo. We'll get there. Patience.
Then it's the whale. Yeah.
The other races are still very much rocking. Out east, we still have 5 teams for 2 spots. Islanders are in good shape. Philly's in rough shape. Let's peek We know Tampa's locked into a wild card, and so the Islanders have the inside lane at Metro 3, Washington 2 back, Pittsburgh on the outside looking in at this point, but only a point back. And guess who plays tonight? Pittsburgh, Detroit, Dino. Leap up.
Whew.
Philly is on Broadway to face the Rangers.
How's Jack doing?
And Washington is in Buffalo. Jack, we need an update.
This is do or die, hey?
Yes, it is.
Biggest game of the year again.
Now, let's dig into this a little, if you don't mind me interrupting your
Please
report. What do you have on the schedule? Like, you got to have a routine here. You got to be part of it.
Yeah, what's
You gotta-
your routine?
Do
Wearing
you
the same gotch every day? What are you doing?
Honestly, I think I just need to keep giving up because when I give up, they play better. I was
Dean?
back and then they pull some bullshit. So
Sullivan's been to the Sun and back 3 times.
I
in
need the
last
boomer
month.
approach, just hope for the worst.
So
and
you're going to put hundreds of dollars on Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
the happiness
then they'll
edge.
sneak in.
Dangerous.
Detroit's so good. I mean, what are we?
Tangay's there. Tangay's kid just won the national championship,
Yeah.
by the way, just as a side note. So, I mean, these guys are
Patty
winners.
Kane,
Come on.
DeBrincat,
Crosby
Sider.
can't keep this up. It's
We're with you, Jack. We're with you.
I'd rather have Pittsburgh in there than Detroit right now.
100%. I'll take both those. Get the Islanders out of there, those turds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tonight's action, let's look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Lots of games. All 5 teams in the Eastern Conference playoff chase are involved.
Oh,
Involved. Islanders are hosting the Habs. Flyers on Broadway. Capitals in
Damn
Buffalo.
It, the Islanders
Detroit
are hosting the
plays.
Habs. The Islanders
Pittsburgh.
probably want to win that game. I
They
need
sure do.
Montreal to-
Yeah, we need some points there.
We need Slavkovsky to keep it rolling. He's on quite a tear here. second
Although
half of the year.
Islanders, they've won 5 in a row. They might be due for a little schlep.
Little hiccup.
They could be overlooking them. I don't know who's up next on this game.
Schlep up. Tough one for Winnipeg down in Dallas. Winnipeg's in a dog fight.
This Dallas, the most overlooked great team in the NHL.
Man, where's their weakness? I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I feel like we've been kind of saying that for a while.
They don't have a superstar, but God, are they deep? They draft well. It's scoring from all angles. Good blue line. The goalie we watched in Calgary, we don't have to be won over. I know it doesn't look like that all the time, but anyone that saw Calgary Dallas in the playoffs 2 years ago, no qualms with Ottinger.
Qualms.
Qualms.
He
None.
was awesome.
Yeah, you're
Was he
right.
970 or something like that? Are you kidding me? Salt Lake City, you want the latest? Frank's got it. Frank Baum. He had it, man. He had it on our show Monday. A lot of the stuff that other people are still sifting through, Frank laid out right on the plate on Monday. He was awesome.
And now I want that jersey.
Yeah, I call it the Peyote Coyote, but I think it's the Cachinas. What they call
I didn't like it at first, and now I love it.
Yeah,
I have one.
really. You got to sign Chris Kalanos or what?
No, I have a Jeremy Roenick all the way
Roenick!
back from
JR in the
96.
desert.
Yeah, I had one of the first.
Hell of a
Wow.
player then.
That was a heck of a rink back then.
Really
Seeing
good.
you. Yeah.
Chuck was there. JR.
Man.
Jim McKenzie beat me up. It was not
Really?
good.
Oh, Jim.
Crazy save in Sweden. Let's go there.
Love Sweden.
Love saves.
Inspel
There's
framför
a bump.
kassen. Där det är
Don't mind that.
Linus
Just a little
Lindström
collision
och
there.
Johansson på
Hands are into it.
målvakten alltså. Får en
And this is
duns
playoffs,
av
by
en
the way.
Skellefteå
2-0 series
spelare
lead if
som
you look
kommer
at the top.
utvisad.
Still
6
going
mot
on.
5 spel nu. Tom Kasse! Han räddar det!
So you didn't really see it there, but the goalie sliding out of nowhere appears to have made a save. Let's go to the replay.
Och då på ett slagskott. Och Lindvall kastar sig. Och med klubban styr han pucken över.
I'm
Yeah, the refs are
confused
wearing
as what the hell is going on.
So I don't know if it's a dump in or a bounce.
It's a slapper from the red. Oh, look at that.
Why is that guy in the corner?
Where's he going?
Does he think that's a dump in? Is that what
He thinks the dude's going to dump it into the corner, I guess.
You think you jumped the gun a little bit?
It,
This is the goalie getting run over.
Oh, it's lame.
The other
I
end.
don't care about that.
No.
Oh, and he's in the box.
There's a penalty for that.
It's a long video.
And then this is the save. Is
I think he must have
unbelievable.
thought the play was dead.
Yeah, like
the ref
me, he
blew the
thought the
whistle.
play was.
You're
Oh
right.
my God.
Yeah, he's doing his skate to the corner during the stop.
Doing the
Love
Mika,
the jerseys.
Yeah.
like the billboards. Or the
Very
jerseys?
active.
Strema Alamata. It's Masters Week. That means we do golf things, right?
Oh, well, Dean's a big golfer.
Yeah,
Love
this is your. This is your.
Oh,
With the turn.
Shoulders.
Yeah.
Shoulders.
Gotta have the turn.
wrists.
Shoulders. So pause.
Grainy.
Let's restart this here. Okay, so this is Wednesday. We do the par 3 tournament, Dino.
Looks good.
Family members, kids running around, wives, dads, whatever. All the players get to bring someone to play with. Now, this, I believe, is Scotty Scheffler's sister, who he's brought to play with him.
I hope we didn't pay for this video.
You just talked right over the line. Okay, let's try that again, Jack.
Christ.
She's obviously very thin. That's the shot. Okay, good stuff.
No, that was terrible.
Thank you.
What the hell that was? Good job.
A little fast.
Oh my God.
Thanks,
Do you want to
Dean, and
run your
thanks,
shit
Jack.
through us first before you go with it, or?
I would have turned it down personally on my end.
That was at max volume. You
yeah.
sent me the shitty video.
All right, next.
Need a better clip. Baseball fake. Dean, you're going to love it because you love everything. Here we go. Oh, you're toast.
Tag.
Got in. Safe, Dean. Safe.
Whoa. Come on, catcher.
Can't be falling for that. That's
there.
elementary school shit.
Come on, catcher.
Come on.
Wow.
OJ passed away today, fellas. I'm sure everyone saw the news. Of course, Adam Schefter, an NFL insider, broke it, but OJ Simpson, 76. Hey, gone. Nothing notable happened in his career. I think he was an actor and a pro athlete. That's all I remember.
For the Bills?
Busy Bill. Busy Bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard to speak about.
Where were you when the trial was happening, Rhett? Dean, because Rhett and I were chatting pre-show.
I was just out of college.
Was it like people talking about it? Do you remember where you were when the verdict came down?
Verdict, yeah. I was actually back at my home before my father died.
Mm.
That's a nice addition to.
So you were at home. Okay. Jesus, Dean. We need some levity. Let's go to our boy Tim Nackey. He's back on the virtual felt yesterday. Come on, Timmy.
Eight, going to blackjack and betting 10 cents for every Instagram follower I've got. There are 680,000 of you in here now, so we have a $68,000 bet coming up. Manifest the millie. We're on track.
Alrighty, day 64 brings about a $68,000 bet. You know what? We're going to go all on the nose today, actually. 68,000 going on the nose. We are not fucking about with side bets. If we can pull this off, we will breach the $500,000 mark. Manifest the millie. The Bond villain on the decks. Be good to us. 5 is gross. Go 6. Oh, 14 versus 9. It's disgusting. No guts, no glory. We will hit and pray to the punting lords.
It's there.
A win breaks $500,000. A loss, we dip below 400,000 in profit. The stakes have never been higher. Go low for me. No Adventures of Tintin on day 64. Low here. No, we've busted. Oh, we've busted. We're in a vicious cycle. Nothing worse than seeing the old insufficient funds popping up. We haven't got the job done today, but I will see you tomorrow, where you better believe we'll be betting even more.
Yes, she's resilient. That man just lost $68,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
A lot of dough.
and I guess that's the roller coaster when you win the $64,000 hand. Those highs.
I want to win the $4,000 hand.
Oh man, I'm sweating his for $1,500 on one hand. Ah, pucker.
God.
Hey, that's part of it. If it was easy and it didn't take balls, everyone would be doing it, right?
Yeah, do you think you drink more when you lose or when you win?
I know what I would do. Win.
Would it matter?
Oh, I'm drinking both for sure.
Yeah,
The question was which was more.
For you specifically. it would.
No, if
you're an
if you ever see me walking,
you're an enthusiastic
Yes.
drinker. Some people are a depressed drinker.
I'm not a depressed
that's not
drinker.
you.
I'm a happy drinker.
Mhm.
If I won 120 grand and you saw me at a casino, trust me, I would be smiling.
Oh, you'd
With drinks in hand.
Can you imagine,
Plural.
Dean? Get away from me. I'd be happy for you, but I'd want no part of you.
Now you're moving home, right?
Yeah,
You're
of course.
Okay, obviously.
Or Salt Lake City. I haven't decided.
Well, if you're going to Salt Lake, we got a real estate agent for Vancouver. You want to go to Vancouver? Yeah. Anyway,
If I
there's
fit
an
in.
old character of the show. His son is a real estate agent, I think.
Hi, what do you do for a living?
I'm a real estate agent. What are you doing? Are you looking for a house? Are you a Canuck fan? Are you from Vancouver? Do you know who I am? My name is Eddie Lack. This is the only Stanley Cup I have. Come on, please buy a house for me.
Eddie Lack. Look at him. He's chasing her down. Eddie. Free plug. Eddie Lack Real Estate.
Go get it, Eddie.
Dean, you moving to Vancouver?
Is he in Vancouver or in Scottsdale?
It's Vancouver.
Oh.
It's the video. Okay.
Sure.
Didn't you just say Vancouver?
He said, are you from Vancouver?
Oh. I figured he was trying to ride
I
a
thought he was selling
celebrity
some
in Vancouver.
frickin' $15 million shack down in Scottsdale.
Well, maybe, who knows? Maybe he's international. Maybe he's selling Sweden. This is
going great. Support the alumni, Dean. Don't be so. Help Eddie out.
So let us look at what's next, Jack. I have multiple items. I'm not sure where. Okay, we got the moose. This is good. Now, this takes a little while. Dean, should you mess with a moose on the side of the road while you're drinking?
Johan Hedberg?
Manitoba.
And trampling you. Is it your moose? It's not my moose, but it's a goddamn wild animal. Get the f away from it. You idiots.
Reasonable. They're drunk and high.
He's trying to help.
Let it be wild. Don't have to like.
Jesus Christ, you guys must be the dumbest people I've ever met in my life.
God, come on. Go ahead, touch it.
Go ahead, try. Go ahead, try. See what happens. See what the f happens.
See how long that leg will go.
Get the f away from the moose. Yeah, I am.
Me and Hoppy might hit both of you guys in the bottom. A little closer. If the moose don't. A little closer. Go on.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Don't touch it. No, it's on your foot.
Get it!
Good night, buddy. You got what you deserved. Slow build, but you got what you deserved. You really wanted it, you got it. That's full fuck around and find out right there.
It really
major.
is. Yeah. And I feel like I can very easily see myself in that mix somewhere.
Voice of reason or
no,
effing
just
with
being drunk and really laughing. Yeah, go ahead.
That's hilarious.
Go ahead and touch it. Go, yeah.
And then you got some guy beaking you saying, "Don't get closer. Stay
whatever you do, don't get closer."
Oh man, not good. It's been way too long since we had a kangaroo, so let's immediately solve that.
Back up! Back the fuck up! Mom, come get the fucking kangaroo! Hey, sit down! Hey, it's okay. Hey, back up. Ma! Ah! Get the fuck off me, you motherfucker, you! Ma! Get the tranquilizer for the kangaroo!
Jesus.
I don't know if that's dubbed or what. That's just, it's been too long.
Nice to see them. They're lovely creatures.
Speaking of which, crocodiles. Do we have 2 croc clips today,
Feed the
Jack?
Kangaroo to the croc. Ooh, that one looks.
Oh, look at this big boy. He's got some in his mouth there. Oh, there's the turtle. Yeah.
I just got that on
video.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay.
You're done.
Good
Next.
for you, pal.
This is a little grainier, but I think you can see these kids are built different. You know, you grow up in the wilderness. You grow up. Kidding me. Oh, dear. That's a lot of reptilia.
Well, if you're going to do that, hopefully you know how to tie a knot.
Ooh.
Make sure it's a good.
I was waiting for that. That's a good point.
Jesus.
They're built different in Australia. We'll hear from Aussie Brad, but I think his father first, Dean. This is Aussie Brad's dad.
Bill.
I think. Bill, Aussie Bill, Senior. Second.
Somehow this slept.
Okay, no worries. We'll rate to Aussie Brad then. His old man can wait. He can wait.
Beat it, Bill.
Beat it, Bill.
You can't out.
It's been too long. Checked in. You still alive? You in jail? You all right? You in hospital? You laid up?
Boom, boom. Pinder, fucking retro. Man cave, boys. Fucking hat is on. Fucking watching the D's right now. Fucking footy season's back, boys. Look at this. Coaches got me fucking sawn off on. You said that retro. Get the Bill fucking Belichick. Fucking big game for us in fucking footy club this weekend with the young fellas, mate, coaching in the A grades. Fucking hell, these arch rivals we're playing. If fucking shit goes sideways this week, I'm just telling these cunts, go to fucking knuckle. Fuck the cunts. We'll hit them fucking hard. Now listen here, my old mate's here too. Fucking look at him. Trigger. Look at this little cunt. Good on you, mate. Come and say hello to the boys. Anyway, fellas, fucking I have not wavered on the fucking Flames. Will not waver on these cunts. Fucking top 10 pick is a must. If we can get a top 5, fuck, that would be good, boys. Be fucking pretty up and about if we get that. Fucking no doubt about it. Now, the other cunt I need to talk about is fucking Tim. What fucking big nuts on this cunt? Blackjack table, fucking, oh yeah, 60K, 60 fucking K. Animal. Sending the love from down here, Timmy boy. We fucking want you to keep punching. Boom. Fucking WrestleMania, eh? Fuck, I don't know about that cheese whiz shit, but fucking I've got your back. I've always got your fucking back, mate. Fuck, I keep punching, mate.
Yes.
He's still alive. He's doing all right.
Punching.
He's doing good. It's fall there. They're getting ready for winter down in Melbourne.
Yeah,
I love that he's just
sleeves.
Yeah, he's got the footy on. Him and Trigger just hanging out in the man cave. That's living.
Is this our man cave? Because it's the shits compared to his.
Yeah, we got beer though. I mean, he had beer as well. But
no, he's got beer.
Yeah, he's got a better setup than we do.
Yeah.
That's Pinder Report, Dan.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Village Honda, huge selection of used vehicles. They've got all makes, all models, all budgets. Over 90 units on site. If you don't see, just not. I was kind of looking for something like over 500 more in terms of selection with inside the dealership group. Make Village Honda your one-stop automotive destination in Calgary. They are worth the trip. Village Honda, located in the Northwest Auto Mall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can we tell you about Flames and Kings tonight?
LA needs it.
Kuzmenko's been red hot. We know that.
I like this line. Kuzmenko, Kadri, Pospisil. It's like there's some fuck you, there's some spit, there's some skill, there's some pace.
Yeah. Two more weeks of this, eh?
That's
we
what
can
I'm
no.
thinking.
Two. What are you talking about? Two. 1 week.
You're trying to find something to talk about with the Kings, and I don't know.
8 days. It's over, Dean. It's a week. It's a week tonight. Today.
Hey, and you know what? We're fortunate to have it. We're fortunate to have the Flames. We love NHL hockey. We don't take it for granted. It does. It does feel though like
it's better to be playing for something.
Rolling to a close here.
Yes.
On fumes.
And they've worked. They have not quit. Give them credit.
They have.
I'll tell you
a couple dogs.
My nephews went to the game last weekend. Oilers game. They had a hell of a time.
Hell of a time.
Layered butter, popcorn, pocket dogs.
So good. Pocket dogs still winning.
It's good parenting right there. Yeah. Dogs hanging on to that 2-1 lead. I tell you.
2-1. 2-1 league.
Nail biter.
Next weekend, it is the Barn Burner playoff draft. It's going to be held at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. It's going to be fancy, but at the same time, it's going to be very low key. Come as you are. What are you guys saying?
I've good news about this.
Do you?
We have found a way to smuggle in a lot of Barn Burner Blonde. And by smuggle, I mean even maybe through legal routes, like by the book.
Well, I was going to say, do we know that, or do we know that people will gain access to Barn Burner Blonde?
My conversations, things are looking very good to be able to crack the triple B right in there.
There you go. It is. We did it last year. It was massive. It was a mahoose of success. We're looking for the same this year. It's in support of kids sport. If you want to get your team in, do it now. Okay. It's next Friday.
Okay.
Email Eden over at Kidsport. Her email, Eden, EDEN, at kidsportcalgary.ca. That's how you register your team. That's how you get involved. You can have tables of 8. You don't need 8 people, but that's we got the table set up. We got the podium. You're going to march up to the podium and make your first round selection. We're going to be on the floor with the microphones. Everybody's going to making their picks, and then who's going to? It's for greatness, for bragging rights. There is prize money. on up for grabs. A lot, you can keep it, I suppose. But it's presented by our great friends and partners over at McLeod Law, and welcoming back for the second straight year as a sponsor, PayBuilt on board. Thank you, PayBuilt, for being a part of this.
Shouts.
There you go. So are you
They're going? You're tomorrow.
Are you going back to Buffalo before this, or you're in for the haul?
No, I'm here. Get my ear fixed. I'm gonna do some. I'm here alone, so I got lots of free time to do things that I shouldn't. So it's gonna be good.
Oh boy.
Eden at kidsportcalgary.ca. Book your team in. Get it done and do it quick, because this is going to be a sellout. So what'd you find? Did you reach out yesterday? You're worried about your ear.
I'm going in today at 4. I'm gonna get it drilled.
Drilled.
Sounds excessive.
Whatever they need to.
Yeah, or a Q-tip, whatever. I mean,
not the sound you want to hear.
No.
At the hearing doctor. You know what? You're in good hands, Retro.
I know I am.
Yeah.
I could just tell by the texts.
Yeah.
Good.
Travis Rhodes, Hearing Loss Clinic. Great people.
I wish I knew his first name.
Yeah. Rhodesy.
Travis. Is there anything new I need to go and do in this town? Like,
what do you like doing? Drinking and eating?
Yeah.
Skiing?
I like skiing, but it feels like I have to leave town to ski.
You're going to need to drive for an hour to 2 hours.
I would, and I'm really excited. So, do the show, go eat and drink, Masters. Like,
that was close.
Although, Masters, I was wondering. The old snap and nap is a big favorite, I know. Shit, what was I going to say? But the weather, we're gonna have some inclement weather for the Masters, which is going to put a wrench in.
They were
things,
delayed 2.5 hours today off the tee.
It's no good. Looked beautiful yesterday. The par 3, Jesus. Retro. What about? I don't know if you've seen this new movie, Civil War.
No, I don't even know nothing about it.
It looks legit.
Really? Is it out?
Haven't been to. I think it comes out Friday.
I don't need your civil war.
I haven't been to the theatre, and I didn't even know last time.
Theatre.
I'll go with you. Want to go matinee? Me and you?
I'm a little under the weather, and I know how you are with. You got to get your ear drilled at 4. But maybe over the next.
Under the weather. Are you wore out or are you sick?
No, I'm sick.
Oh, stay the hell away.
That's why I'm.
Yesterday might be a quart and a half today.
Yeah. No, it just what it is. What it is. People get sick every once in a while.
I don't want to get sick.
Well, we're here to support you in your sickness, Dean.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it for sure. I can feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my bones.
Corey Connor's nice start. Oh boy.
I picked him.
Did you?
I did. What happened to your buddy at his pool?
You didn't get the email?
No.
He always sends email out to anyone.
Always sends it to me. I've done it in the past. No email.
Oh, Newman, come on.
What? He's a D.
He's not a D. He's a wonderful man.
You forgot about me.
No. Would you think that someone forgot to include Rhett, or somehow Rhett's email didn't get to him? If you had to pick one likely outcome here, Dean.
I don't want to pick sides, Ryan. It's.
Yes, you do.
Don't influence the jury.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's not out till April. That's tomorrow.
Is that the movie?
I think it's for Friday. Yes, Friday.
Yeah. Now I can go to a movie too.
Yeah, you can. Layered popcorn, pal.
Oh,
layer it.
So good.
Layer
it. What time's this hockey game tonight?
I don't know, but we're
8:30.
8:30.
Oh yeah, 8:30.
What is it with the Californians? Is it the traffic?
What do they need the extra half an hour for?
You know, it's interesting. If you go to LA, it's actually 7:30, and I think that's probably easier. So,
but even that's too late. What do we got? What
have you driven around LA? That is not.
Are they getting off the fields or something? Is it harvest time? Are they putting in the crops down there?
They get anywhere. So yes.
Well, you could start the game at 5 or 9, and it's probably going to be an issue down there. I don't know how people do it down there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lovely place, but between the taxes and the traffic and
stabbings and
the stabbies,
pooping on the street, and
yeah,
bad surf. What's happened to our surf?
there's some great whites. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, have you seen all these damn sharks showing up everywhere?
oh, they're everywhere.
Can't do it. So we need a Kings win tonight. The Kings need a win, and we need a Kings win, is what we're saying.
Should work out then.
Should work out just fine. Should be just fine. I want to tell you about Cal Tire.
Okay.
Cal Tire. Whether you're an owner, operator, or have a small fleet of trucks, Cal Pro Plus is the dedicated tire program just for you. It's a free program, Free, free. Provides access to exclusive deals and savings, a price match guarantee, flexible financing options, preferred pricing on everything you drive, including your family's vehicles. In addition, you get dedicated member support. Recommend the best tread and compound for the conditions and the terrain. Best pricing so that you don't need to be shopping around. Checking and monitoring inventory to get the tires to a store near you on time. All of this part of the new Cal Pro Plus program. Again, sign up for free. KAL, calproplus.com. You get a free flat tire repair per year, exclusive deals on tires, annual members only deals on brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, flexible financing options. It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
Get at it. calproplus.com. Can we put on the summer tires? Can we take off the winter tires? Is it time?
Oh, yeah.
Mid-April or do we
Tires you pay for less. Seems obvious. You want to get the quality tires for less, no?
Yeah, I mean, you can go somewhere else, pay more, and get
worse service,
get awful service. No
advice.
No idea what you're buying. You got to drive all over.
Get the wrong treads, wrong compounds.
Or Cal Pro Plus with Cal Tire. Yeah. Because I'm thinking this weekend, I'm going to take the winters off. Do the switcheroo this weekend.
Bold.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to do it. I mean, here's the thing. This is spring in Calgary. It's going to be either really nice and feel like summer or really shitty and feel like winter. Half the time you'll be right.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's May long. It's usually one last dump and then we're finally done with it. Ugh. That's still a month and a half out.
It's a long ways away, that one. Yeah.
But anyone that camps on May long knows that. That's what you're signing up for. You idiot.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it booked for May long because we got to get out there.
Yeah, you really got to hustle out there before that snow stops falling.
Yeah. Tomorrow on the program, we'll get into the great clips inbox. Any questions you have for us individually, as a group, you have sports questions, life questions, whatever it is, you can get the email addresses right there for you. Great clips inbox at flamesnation.ca. Send in the emails and we'll get through the questions on the program tomorrow for our friends over at Great Clips. It's going to be great with Great Clips. 4,400. That's what I wanted to. The 4,400 hair salons throughout the U.S. and Canada, the official hair salon of the NHL. Great Clips check-in app makes things super duper easy for you. Don't know why you do it any other way. It's like a lot of the things we tell you about on here. It's to make your life simpler. It's a lot of it's common sense. We're here to help. We're here to help.
It's truth.
We're helpers. We are helpers.
Or again, you could go wait for 3 hours at some hair place and not get the haircut you want.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. I was thinking of Jack when I put together my Betway bets today.
Oh,
I feel like
what? I don't want to interrupt you, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough because I can remember some football picks were based on Jack's feelings of mine.
Yeah. How'd they go?
Didn't work out very well.
Oh dear.
Yeah, well, Jack said if he really believes it's over, that's their best shot. So whatever it takes, guys, get Jack to believe they are dead in the water. Jack, sorry about your season.
They are dead in the water.
Sharks are going to get him.
Betway Bets
believes that. But...
With Betway, you can get a free bet of up to $200 if your first bet loses. Super easy. Create the new account. Scan the QR code that's right there on your screen and redeem your bonus. Place a bet. If the bet loses, you will get a refund up to $200. You can then use that money to bet on your favorite sports. It's a great deal. This offer only available outside of Ontario. So here's what we're doing. Calgary, Los Angeles Kings. The power play, this one hit for me the other night. Going to keep going. Igor Sharangovich, power play point. Power play's been good, plus 250. That's a big plus for a guy who's getting, he's a fixture on that power play. And you know what? There's no Kuzmenko on the power.
Yeah, he's off the board.
They've taken him off the board because he's been that good. Detroit at Pittsburgh. Come on, Jack. I'm with you. Sid's been unbelievable.
Whoa. 2
points tonight. As the Penguins are at home to Detroit, they know it. This is it. The season is on the line. Plus 155 for Sid with a pair of points. I'm taking it. Those are my bets of the day.
I'm also on Igor, not for a point on the power play, but an anytime goal, plus 200. He's been sniping of late. I like him on the wing for scoring more. He's currently been playing with Backlund and Coleman. Okay, very good. Keep going, buddy. And as you noted, the power play actually humming. There's a finisher. Also, love the Uyghur apple. That's technical gambling terminology. Sorry for that. Thanks, Jack. Plus 140 for a helper for the Uyghur dog. Don't mind that. He's also a fixture on that first power play unit now.
Sure is.
Those are bets for Betway.
There you go. There you go. And this is it's another one of those things. If I don't really know how to, this is the best time to get in. You get a free bet up to 200.
Whoop.
If your first bet loses. Create the account, scan the QR code, redeem the bonus, place a bet. If it loses, you get a refund up to $200. That is, you know what that is? That's the welcome wagon from Betway. You can use that money then to bet on your favorite sports. Offer only available outside of Ontario. Thank you, Betway. We appreciate you, Betway.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have a whole lot yet. We'll do DoorDash.
Yep.
With what's on the menu. There's 10 big games in the NHL. We talked about the Masters, but there's some weather.
Rhett was really keen to talk about the WHL today, but they haven't started yet. Everything gets going Friday.
I'll tell you, there was some staving last night, boys. Some staving.
Really?
Out in BC. You come into our
in the trail.
That's right. Trail.
Yeah.
Kameko Arena. Get the out of here.
Wow, the Vipers got a little
they're down
taste.
3-0.
Oh.
They won game 4. It's not looking good. Better than being eliminated, I guess.
Yeah.
They remain temporarily not
They
eliminated.
staved.
They staved once.
That's all we can ask.
What are you going to do? Just play the games that are in front of you.
That's all you can do.
It's the hand that you're dealt.
Poor Timmy.
He
had a bad hand.
Shit.
Yeah, Timmy. I haven't seen him drop 2 in a row in the 2 weeks we've been watching. If it happened to be these 2 in a row, that's an expensive couple
But he
days.
won yesterday. He had the big win yesterday. Lost the day before.
You're a day off, but yes, because the bet we showed on today's show was yesterday's bet, so that he lost yesterday. Today,
this is terrible.
Jesus Christ!
Anyway,
the one that was on today's show, he lost. The one we showed yesterday, he won.
Yes.
Fair.
Yep. And which is why I'm nervous for Timmy today.
Because today, if he loses, that's 2 in a row.
That's right.
They're only more expensive the more this goes, it seems. But he can also win more.
That's just more.
It's weird.
More winnings.
The odds aren't supportive of that, but yeah.
And Aussie Brad, I wasn't sure if we had the New Zealand Aussie.
Enough bullshit talk.
Totally supported him.
We are a bunch of wimps. We need to be there. It's footy season. We should be down there. It's awesome.
Fall. Autumn in Melbourne. Are you a AFL guy?
I love it's like
it's nuts.
It is.
You watch any Aussie rules, Dino?
My second favorite sport. I don't watch it enough, but I like the sport. When you go to that sport and watch, it's awesome.
My second favorite sport.
It is.
What are you talking about?
Well, what is my actually?
What's number 1 then? Cricket.
Hockey.
Okay, hockey. Not The NFL, not the Bills.
That's a good point. I do like that.
Hockey, bandy, AFL tie, and then way down below NFL and baseball.
NFL and Major League Baseball.
It's nuts. Like you don't get to see much of it over here.
It's okay, Retro. You were very energetic. You were
maybe overstated it.
Yeah,
that's all right. Okay. There we go.
I get caught in a moment.
You're emphatic.
It's a great sport. I'll just say that.
Yeah, that's good.
Great sport. There you go.
But if you
With
had to-
DoorDash, it's whatever you need, whenever you need it. Restaurants, groceries, pharmacies, bakeries, flower shops, and more. It's about convenience, and it doesn't get more convenient. It shows right outside your door. You open the DoorDash app, choose what you want, bang, outside your door. And with Double Dash, we've been telling you about that. You can order from multiple restaurants or stores in the same delivery without additional delivery fees. Everyone gets what they want. Everyone gets what they need. And for a limited time, you'll get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you enter promo code NATION25. NATION25 for the promo code to trigger that deal. Pinder, what's on the menu?
We got four bangers. We told you all 5 of those teams in the Eastern Conference playoff chase are playing. In fact, 2 playing each other. We talked about Detroit, Pittsburgh. That probably takes the cake today at 5 o'clock puck drop there. Washington in Buffalo. Caps.
They're going to win by 100.
Philly in New York, circling the bowl. They haven't quite gone yet, but I think for Philly.
Oh, they've packed it in.
4% playoff probability this morning. That's way down from 88 at the midpoint of the season. Yikes.
Sorry, Sorts. Yeah, you hate to see it.
Islanders host the Habs, who thumped the Flyers the other day. I don't know if that's good or not. And then finally, the non-game that we'll focus on that isn't in the Eastern playoff chase, Winnipeg, Dallas. That's actually pretty good. 2 of the top 8, 9 teams in the league going head-to-head.
There you go.
Banger.
Dean, before you change your tires, there's rain coming.
Huh?
There's snow coming. So.
Oh, jeez. Well, I guess I'll just...
You're going to be right half the time, I'm telling you.
Guess I'll just not do it then.
I wonder how much DoorDash I'll order the next 10 days.
I'm going to take the over.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
More.
Yeah.
Now, what was it? Last time you were in town, you were at a kebab place and then had a pizza delivered. But
DoorDash
rather than deliver to your house when you got back with your kebab, they actually delivered the pizza to the kebab place, which became snafu. That's not DoorDash's fault, by the way. That's user error.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
I accept responsibility.
All of it's your fault. Yes.
Pinder was surprised I booked my flight yesterday.
I was stunned. I was like, the day of travel, you went to the desk and bought a ticket.
5 hours.
5 hours ahead of his flight.
Is that when they're the cheapest?
No.
Yeah,
that's when you get the best deals.
You can negotiate.
Do they have scalpers outside the airport?
Yes.
Need them, got them. Need them.
got Philly.
Anyone?
Who's buying? Philly.
Who's buying? Selling?
New York. 2 for New York. Calgary. Let me call Jimmy. Jimmy, you got any Calgary?
I didn't book a flight, but I just went to the airport like an hour before the flight. I got a hell of a deal.
Yeah, I got 2 Calgarys. You go today? Yeah, sure. Today's great.
Dash that for the win with DoorDash. What? So tonight, Flames Kings.
Yeah.
What's the afterburner situation?
You're up.
No, I booked myself because I was afraid to book Dean for his health and sanity and ours.
Well, he's ill, so
that's what I mean. Road weary, back, late start, Kings on a Thursday, meaningless hockey down the stretch. Ryan Pike and I have got you, friends, and then it'll be Pike and Gold tomorrow for the second half of the back-to-back, and then the In the Dome boys are back to drop F sharp Sunday after the Arizona 4-pointer.
See, I am smart because if I'd have booked the flight in
I would have booked him in
advance
for
and I'd
tonight.
have told him about it, I'd have been up
he
till
would be in for
3 in the frickin' morning with Afterburner.
Instead, I will be.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Well, jeez, I mean,
that's why I'm MFing you on the show today.
It's awfully good. Yeah, it's been. I've had to have my guard up the entire time. I'm just taking shots. Well, I mean,
you're not doing it tonight. Don't pretend you're going to want to do it. Well, the question is, I think we're going to head to the Grey Eagle on Tuesday. Just waiting on confirmation of that. That'll be the Vancouver game. and then what we want to do for the final afterburner of the season against the Sharks on a Thursday. And I raised my voice for the final because it's like we could work it or we could not work it.
You got to, well, yeah.
It's the final of the season.
I don't know that it's a highly anticipated event.
The final game of the year, or the
That's right.
Yeah.
Either or. I think it's much the same.
I think the afterburners we can see the live numbers watching, and there, boy, for a long time there was a lot of hate watching in the fall, and then there was look at this team's actually good in the gauntlet run. And then, oh my gosh, they're 1 point out in mid-Feb, and then it's like, oh my God, Kuzmenko arrived, the trades, and petered off a little in the last week or so.
Yeah, not for us though.
No.
You know, you always hear it. Hey, we're going to be pros right to the end. You got to make them all count. Every shift counts. And that's the same mentality that we have had here. Every show counts. We don't mail in.
Are we redoing this one after it finishes? Or?
Hey, Noodles was great.
Noodles was good.
Noodles was awesome. Tomorrow we got Dregs, I think.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll have Dreger tomorrow. We'll have our thoughts on this matchup from the game tonight. We'll go inside we got the Great Clips inbox tomorrow.
Hawaiian t-shirt day. It's going to be a banger.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna go get a t-shirt.
Yeah, please do that.
Are you going to go get a Hawaii shirt?
I might go look, depending on.
Do you know? Are you going to come in studio tomorrow? Or are you still too sick? Because if you're sick, you know who doesn't want you anywhere near.
If I'm too sick to not do Afterburner, I can't be coming in studio.
T's and P's. Speedy recovery, not speedy enough to work Afterburner in the next 3 games, but speedy. Need you healthy for the Grey Eagle on Tuesday to see my my dreamboat again.
Yeah,
Rhett's going to come with us.
We should do. We'll do 3-man.
Yeah, she'd love that.
We'll do 3-man up there. I'll just bring an extra microphone.
Yeah.
Hey.
Does the Scarlet have a third plug, or do we need a different board there?
Let's see how the surgery goes.
I got a thing that'll work.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
See.
Jack, you want to come do it live?
Oh God.
No, he's probably got Penguins on the second screen.
Did you see the pause there?
He didn't want to say no politely. You can't, Jack. You just didn't.
Yeah. So what do you
anyway,
think?
Starbucks Penguins.
Yeah. So is it time to hit because
please, I gotta go eat. I'm starving.
Yeah, he's hungry.
All in, all good, all done.
See you, buddies.
That'll do it. See you, buddy.